All right, so now what we're going to do is you are going to select your classes and write them down on a colored pre-registration form that your advisor will and keep until your conference, and then we'll turn in to the counselors after that. So right now you should have a copy of your registration form. It's two-sided. You see both sides on the slide right here in front of you. If you're the class of 2026, you will have pink paper. If you are 2027, you'll have blue paper. And if you're 2028, you will have yellow. And so the incoming freshmen will have green. One of the things that I want to point you back to is your advisor still has a copy of your credit check and your transcript that where you evaluated what credits you'd completed and what you still needed a couple weeks ago. So they will turn this back to you so that you have this, so that you have an idea, okay, what are the next credits I need to in order for me to graduate on time? Okay, so you should have a copy of that. Juniors will also have another paper. It'll also be two-sided. One side will have a completed credit check, just like you see right here on the left-hand side, but it will be completed by the counselor. So this is what the counselor has credit-wise for you. You have a copy of that. And then on the other side, your counselor has written the recommended classes and credits that you will need to complete in order to graduate. So juniors will get an extra piece of paper. All right, so let's work on. Okay, hold on. All right, so I'm gonna increase this here so that you guys can see it really. No, I won't. Okay, so I'm gonna take this just step by step. One side is where you are gonna be writing your requests, and then the other side lists all the classes. So I'm gonna spotlight just to make it a little bit easier. So this side right here this is where you're gonna see all the classes that are possible for that grade level. So if you don't see a class listed on here, chances are your grade level, so if you're going to be a sophomore, may not have access to it yet because it's for junior seniors. Okay. The other side is going to be the side where you're going to actually write on. Make sure you always put your first and last name and make sure it's legible. And then you can put your advisor's name, that's fine. And one of the things that I wanted to show you, make this really big. All right, so in looking at this paper, I want you to go down almost to the bottom. Near the bottom, it'll say whatever grade, 11th grade scheduling information or 10th grade scheduling information or 12th grade scheduling information. These are the typical traditional credits that grade level will need. So this is just so that you kind of have an idea of like, what are my core classes that I have to have? So every registration form has that's appropriate for that grade level. Okay, so you can refer back to that. Don't forget, you can also refer to the course catalog, which I showed you how to get to the electronic version either through Canvas or through the Timberline website. Okay, or also your advisor should have a couple hard copies of the course catalog and a couple copies of that quick course equivalency chart. All right, so you're going to start up here at the top. And if you notice, it'll say semester 1 and semester 2. This is just a model of what your schedule is going to be. This is not the order that your schedule is going to be. It's just to make sure that you list all the classes that you need. So you're going to start at the top. We've tried to make this easy so that the ones where there are just one or two choices that you can just circle. So you're going to choose your English, if you're going to take regular English or advanced English. And then you will need to choose your history. Those are pretty traditional, consistent across the board for all grade levels. To be a junior, most juniors, not all, will have a third math credit. So you will need to select your math. And for juniors, you should be able to look on the back of that sheet from your counselor and get a good idea of what your math class might be. If you are going to be a senior or a sophomore, your advisor can help you with the next steps of what math comes after algebra, geometry, etc. Juniors also have to choose a science, so do sophomores, and then seniors, it just depends. And so this person is going to finish German 2. They're they said they're going to be college bound. And then they filled in two electives, 3D art and intro to marketing. So what they did is they wrote down or circled which classes they wanted. So the idea is if the class is year long, so in this point with English, you would actually circle both sides because it'll be a year-long class. The only classes here that are not year-long is the art class and then intro to marketing. So those are going to be 1-semester classes. Okay, you may choose an elective that takes the whole year. It just depends on the class. The other important piece that we want you to write down is if you can't get your top choice up here of your electives, what would you be okay with? So this person really only has 2 electives that, as a counselor, I would say, okay, I need to make sure I know what alternatives this person wants. 3D art, this person says, if I can't get that one, I'll take 2D art. And if they can't take intro to marketing, they're going to take independent living. Okay, so you want to write this down very legibly. You want to make sure that you have all the core areas for your grade level and that your electives match what you plan to do after high school and also meet your grad requirements. Remember, you look back to the other side of the paper to see what classes are available for your grade level. And then you can also research those in the course catalog and also on the electronic, the credit equivalency chart. That's really hard for me to say. So anyway, I'm going to let you get to it. Advisors, feel free to go back and review if you need to.